There is one thing people understand too late. We think love is words, that it has to be spoken, proven, explained. We get used to hearing, "I love you," and stop noticing when it's said without words. But if in your life there has ever been a dog, then you know the truth. The most sincere words in the world are sometimes never spoken at all. Dogs don't say, "I love you." They can't. But they repeat it every single day. The first phrase of this language always sounds near the door. You come home, an ordinary day, ordinary keys, an ordinary evening. You open the door, not even thinking that for someone this moment is the most important of the whole day. On the other side of the door, someone is already waiting. He heard your steps. He knows the sound of the lock. He knows it's you. And in this second, nothing else exists for him. The tail moves so fast, like happiness can't fit inside. Paws slide on the floor. He looks at you like you came back after a very long journey. And in this moment, you understand something simple. In this world, there is at least one being for whom you are the whole world. And this is his way to say, "I missed you." The second phrase sounds in silence, on the days when there is too much inside, when you don't want to talk, when you don't want to explain. You sit in the room and stare at one point, feeling like nobody understands what is happening inside you. And exactly then, he comes closer. Quietly, without barking, without noise. He doesn't ask questions. He doesn't say, "Everything will be fine." He just sits next to you, puts his head on your knees, and stays. And in that silence, there is more support than in 1,000 words. And this is his way to say, "I'm here. You're not alone." The third phrase is in the eyes. Have you noticed how a dog sometimes looks at you? Long, calm, straight into your eyes. People don't look like that. In human eyes, there is always something else: doubt, fear, expectations. But in his eyes, nothing. Only trust. Pure, complete, without conditions. Scientists say that when a dog looks into your eyes, the brain produces the same hormone that appears between parents and children, the hormone of attachment, the hormone of love. But the dog doesn't need science. He just looks and silently says, "I trust you." The fourth phrase sounds when he sleeps near you. Dogs don't fall asleep where it's dangerous. They are always alert. But if he lies next to you, if he breathes calmly, if he isn't afraid to close his eyes, it means only one thing. He knows that next to you, he is safe. And this is his way to say, "With you, I am home." And there is one more phrase, the quietest one, the strongest one. You understand it only with time, when the dog gets old. At first, he runs less. Then he sleeps more. Then he stands up slower. And one day you notice how he looks at you. Long, calm, like he wants to remember you. You open the door, and even if it's hard for him, he still stands up. Slowly, through tiredness, through pain, because you came, because you are his human, because it matters. And in that moment, he says the strongest words a dog can say, without sound, without voice, without words. I still love you, just like the first day. Maybe that's why dogs come into our lives, to remind us what we keep forgetting. Love is not words. Love is waiting at the door. Love is sitting next to you in silence. Love is looking into your eyes without doubt. Love is standing up even when there is no strength left. And if one day your dog looks at you a little longer than usual, don't look away. Look back. Because maybe, in that moment, he is telling you the most important words in the world. In his language. A language that needs no translation. The language in which dogs say, I love you.